Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, one of the big-time early season stories of last year, leading Carolina to a 3-0 start with some really good play. Only one win the rest of the way, however. Not quite the change of scenery boost the Panthers hoped for after getting him from the Jets. You have to think in his 5th season, he will need to play some of the best ball of his career to remain as a starter for Carolina.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, and this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
It's taken to the 26. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson makes his return to the NFL gridiron this season after holding out for the entirety of 2021 and being traded from Houston. The Cleveland Browns, they made a big investment not only to bring him in, but to give him by far the most guaranteed money in NFL history. But Watson remains the same player he was in Houston, though. A 3-time Pro Bowler and one of the game's biggest playmakers, he may finally solve a decades-long search for Cleveland's franchise quarterback.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Brown in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And the the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Dropped behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Watson. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Darnold. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The play fake, and it's Darnold. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here's Darnold. And Thomas has it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. After one on EA Sports. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Back to throw, Watson. Man open, it's Goodwin.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. They set up the screen to Chubb.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
York able to send this one through.
And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end. And he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
Watson on first down. Right back to Njoku. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Watson looks to throw again. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. From the left hash, this from 37. York able to send this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a 1st down. Now it's Darnold. He gets it to Thomas. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
After the sack on 1st down, Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, Darnold. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Remaining in this first half of football. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Watson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Back to throw. Watson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And that'll keep this a 9-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Over the middle, it's Thomas. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start in the NFC, a division matchup pitting New Orleans against.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's the option going left on second down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A first down throw, Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, Darnold.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now the Browns coming out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Watson, off play action. Over the middle, complete. It's Cooper. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Darnold down to throw. Over the middle, he's got Myers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
A carry for Foreman. And he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Faking the give, Darnold. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
To throw is Darnold.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Darnold. Open man is Myers. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Foreman. And a solid run down inside the 30. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll run with Foreman. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They run again with Foreman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Darnold. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Here's Foreman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Darnold, and they're going to get this down inside the 20. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. From the right hash, this from 33. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
To the 43, 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. They'll try the air now with Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Goodwin. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Here's Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown! David Njoku from 8 yards out. And the Browns get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Darnold on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that 2nd catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Throwing again is Darnold. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Watson, option left. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Now Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Darnold got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Darnold trying to hustle everybody along with the clock moving. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw there complete to Myers. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Here's Darnold. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Gonzalez's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A give. This is Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
2nd down. Here's Chubb again.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it. Chubb. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 7. 46 seconds to go. And the 4th down stop gives them a new lifeline, at least for the moment.
Pass complete. Thomas.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Clock now under 30 ticks and running.
Darnold's throw complete there to Beckham. And he's going to have a first down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield. Darnold to throw.
Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Browns, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
They're trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Cunningham, escaping the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Able to avoid him at the 40. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The numbers for Sanders last week: 11 carries, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
They'll run here with Sims. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford to the right side, and he's got more, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Now Cunningham. That's going to be caught by Moss.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The Vikings at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Cunningham looking to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Cunningham to throw. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now Peterson running right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. The ball comes out. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Here's Stafford.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. K.J. Osborne deep for Minnesota.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Cunningham. Man open, it's Moss complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Off-play action, it's Cunningham. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run again with Peterson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Cunningham. Finding Carter on the slant. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Peterson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Cunningham. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Rosas' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw caught by Sanders. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And 8, Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Stafford.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Jack Fox now
as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On 1st down, it's Cunningham. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They run over center with Peterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A play fake. Now Cunningham.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Cunningham from the gun.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. The give to Peterson out of the gun. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Stafford's throw complete there to Moore.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford.
That swung out wide to Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So we've come.
A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham.
A quick throw knocked away.
Face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Cunningham.
He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Here's a screen to Powell. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Now a 1st down throw, Cunningham. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Looking to throw. Cunningham. He finds his man. Complete. That's Moss.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Peterson will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Roses now to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.
And now here is another interception. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cunningham. He finds his man. Complete. That's Peterson.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
To throw on 2nd down. Cunningham.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cunningham.
He'll drop this down to Peterson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now Cunningham has the ball knocked down. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Off the play fake. Cunningham. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Rosas' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
So out now come the Lions.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cunningham.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Cunningham.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll run with Peterson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Cunningham eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So here come the Lions now.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Stafford on 1st down. As Sanders has it poked free. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Carry number 20 now for Peterson.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Now Cunningham.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Up the middle, it's Peterson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Operating from the gun, Cunningham escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Rosas' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Stafford.
And once again, this is Sanders. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford almost stripped. The ball comes out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Now Stafford.
He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Again, Peterson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Vikings, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.